everybody, Tom with theoutdoorcookstore.com. Listen, thanks for checking us out. Appreciate you being here. And a special shout out and thank you to all of our subscribers, both our newsletter subscribers and our YouTube subscribers. Our subscriber lists just keep growing and growing, and listen, we really do appreciate you following us. With that said, if you have not signed up for our newsletter, you might want to do so. Right here, if you're on our blog, right here on the right-hand side of the blog, you'll see an opt-in form. We'll keep you up to date. It comes out twice a month is all. But we'll keep you up to date on any new blog posts, any new recipes. And we offer all of our newsletter subscribers special discounts on our product on our main site, theoutdoorcookstore.com. So be sure to take advantage of those that special pricing and sign up today. But anyway, once again, thanks. Today we're going to do some deep frying. I'm going to deep fry some pork ribs. That's right, deep fry them. These turn out really good. But before I get into that, let me just kind of run by what we're going to use. This is, I'm going to use the Bayou Classic aluminum fish cooker. And this comes with, it comes complete with the stove. Obviously, you can see this. I've had this for a couple of years. It's done a lot of cooking, so this thing holds up well and does a great job. But it's got a high-pressure burner, 55,000 BTU, so it'll heat up some oil real fast. You got a 10-quart aluminum stock pot, along with a thermometer and fry basket. So now there's this is the aluminum fish cooker kit. We also have Bayou Classic also makes cast iron ones. They make stainless steel fish cooker kits. So I'll have a link in the blog post if you're interested in these. Want to check them out further? There will be a link. You can check out all of the fish cooker kits that we carry. But anyway, that'll be a link in the blog post. So I'll fire this up in a bit. Before I do, let me just kind of run through what we're doing. I've got some pork ribs, baby back ribs. I've applied my rub. So these have got a rub on them already. They've been sitting in, getting a little tacky. What I'm going to do is then roll them in a mixture of cornmeal, flour, and then the rest of my rub. The rub, incidentally, is pretty simple, but it's, what do I have? I've got garlic, salt, paprika, chili pepper, or chili powder, pepper, and some brown sugar. So, anyway, we're going to roll those in, deep fry them. I got this recipe, incidentally. I based this recipe off a book I have here. It's called The Ultimate Guide to Frying, How to Fry Just About Anything by Rick Brown. If you like deep frying, check this book out. Once again, there will be a link in the blog post where you can find that book. But it's got a lot of good recipes. Now, I'm going to tweak his recipe for these a little bit, but one thing I like to do with it is once they're deep fried, I'll put on some barbecue sauce, and then I'm going to finish them off about 10 minutes in the grill just to glaze that barbecue sauce on there. So, but anyway, these turn out real good. Let me get this fired up, and we'll get back to you in a minute. Okay, folks, I'm just doing like 4 or 5 at a time. I'm going to drop those in. These probably take 10 minutes or so, 10, 12 minutes. But, I don't even pay attention to the time. When I look for, you see that violent bubbling? When these things are getting done, that will greatly decrease. And I'll show you that when we get to it. But I just kind of look at them, and when that violent bubbling really kind of slows down and decreases, then you just check them. You know what? They're golden brown. They look like they're done. So, and they are. So, anyway, that's the way I do it. But, like I said, probably close 10, 12 minutes, and they're done. But, anyway, I'll show you when this batch is done. Okay, you see that violent bubbling action? And really slowed down. And these things are actually, I don't know if you can see that or not, they're actually kind of floating, starting to float. So, you don't want to let them go too long, you're just going to overcook them. But when that bubbling stops like that, they're done. Like I said, about 10 minutes or so. So I've got one more batch to throw in here, and then we'll move to the barbecue. Okay, here's our ribs. Now these are actually done. You don't have to do this step if you don't want. I just coated them in barbecue sauce, and I'm just going to finish them off for 10 minutes on the barbecue. I just like the way that, just let it glaze on there, with the barbecue sauce glaze on there. But like I said, you don't have to. These are done. So you don't want to cook them too long here, but just enough to let that glaze. So we'll give those a few minutes, and we'll be back with final product. Okay, there's the final product. Now, I didn't have it on the grill for very long. Like I said, just long enough to kind of glaze that barbecue sauce on there. So only 10 minutes max, but look at these guys. Let me bite into one. That's a pretty good rib. I like it. Listen, that's deep fried pork ribs, deep fried baby backs. You know, are they better than slow cooking them on the grill, or better than cooking them in the Dutch oven? I don't know. I kind of impartial my Dutch oven ribs. But these are pretty darn good, and you know what? They're fast. You know, depending on the size of your fryer, you know, cook 4, 5, 6 at a time. You know, so in a half hour, you've got ribs. These things are... They're pretty darn tasty, and yeah, I like them. They're pretty freaking good. So listen, anyway, thanks for checking us out. Hope you enjoyed. Just another way to cook ribs is all, and they always taste good. So anyway, catch up to you next time. Thanks. We'll see you later.